right, good morning. Trying to figure out my content strategy here with everything. You know, when you run two businesses, you're in charge of them. It's basically just two jobs, and all the marketing, the accounting, all that stuff, it's a lot. And so I've been trying to dial in my social media and also take care of myself. In order to come up with a way to stay motivated, I decided that I'm going to hop on the HYROX train. So I'm going to start doing some training. I've written out my program, and this is a baseline program, just kind of build up some aerobic capacity. But outside of that, I thought I would do a little bit more of a daily vlogs, just kind of show you what is a day in the life, like as a goalie coach, physio or physical therapist, business owner, husband, trying to do my best, trying to do the best thing I can for all my athletes, make my athletes the strongest, healthiest, and the best that they can be. So here we go. Normal morning, just finished getting some calls with a couple athletes that were dealing with some injuries, making sure that they were all set up. And also pack because I am going to Boston tomorrow for the AHA showcase, and I'll probably do like a little Boston vlog, but no patients today. Actually, that's not true. One patient today. Pushed everyone early in the week so that I could just skate today and then be ready to go for my trip to Boston. For right now, we're gonna go to the gym. We have an upper body day with a, I don't know what I put down, skier, row, sled push circuit. Need to grab some of these books that I've been sort of reading. I read like one page of one page of the other, and then eventually I will chip away at all of them. You take some of these to the office so I can read them at work. When it comes to nutrition, for me, I like to keep it simple. Usually just bulk cook some food. My wife is the best and she often makes dinner, but when it comes to lunches and stuff, honestly my go-to is chicken breast, a little bit of cheese, marinara. And then for carbs, I will have, usually it's just some fruit. So an apple, banana most likely today. Apple, banana, nothing crazy. Pre-workout, iced coffee with some protein for post-workout. Probably the best hack. One of my favorite things about warm weather is you have to drink a lot more iced coffee. And then don't forget to kiss the boys. We'll see you, buddy. Back tonight. And then where's the other one? Kato. Oh, we'll see you, buddy. I'll see you tonight, bud. What are you doing under there? Love you. So why HYROX? Well, really, I don't know, other than it's cool and it's new and it gives me something to do. When I look back at my training from when I played, I was never the most muscular and I was never the strongest, although I'm relatively strong, I guess. I was never when I look back at my training, I was never the strongest, never the most explosive, any of these things. But the one thing I did have was I had an engine. And I did a lot of heavy circuits. They were always programmed. So when I ran my strength program when I was training, Tyler Shalas, the strength coach and assistant coach at Michigan Tech, he wrote all my programs for me, so shout out Shells. And a lot of like heavy circuits and all those things because, you know, just energy systems work. You think about being a goalie, you're on for a certain amount of time, you're off for a certain amount of time, so that ability to recover, that ability to push through any lactate thresholds was super important. And that was definitely my biggest strength, was I always had an engine. And so when you look at HYROX, it's basically that. It's running, which I am pretty good at because I'm 6'4", and not unbelievably heavy movements, but just a lot of them. And that's kind of built for me. Now, I don't think that I'm going to be a HYROX world champion by any means. I definitely don't have the time to train for something like that. But it will be cool to do something that is challenging, have something to look forward towards in each morning or afternoon when I train, because that's kind of the biggest thing with doing so many things like I do. Sometimes it's easy to just be like, I'm too tired to work out, I'm too tired to do this stuff. You know, I'm at this point in my life where I'm I'm growing my businesses to where I want them to be. I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about that right now. So it gives me time to train. And alongside that too is there are partner versions. So I'd like to do one HYROX event with my wife. And I think that was something that cool that we can train towards. Gives us a way we can get away, whether that's in HYROX Chicago or wherever we do it. We can have like a little weekend getaway, have a training session, or have a training event, have some fun, and then go from there. So that's kind of what keeps me motivated, gives me something to train towards. And also, I know I'm rambling, but as I have gotten older, heart health, cardiovascular health is important. One day I do plan on having kids, and I would like to be there for them. I'd like to have, a good strong heart and a good strong body so that I can be a good husband, be a good business owner, be a good dad for my years that I have left on this planet. So gotta make the most of them, make sure I'm in good shape, and also be a leader for my athletes. It's hard to be a physio or be a strength coach or be a goalie coach and ask your athletes to do all this training and stuff if you're not willing to continue to put in the effort yourself. All right, we're here in the office. One patient today, but mostly a social media day. Emails are answered. Now we're using the fancy camera to film some educational content that we're going to use for both social media and for YouTube. I'm trying to be better on YouTube. Actually started a Ghost Rehab account just for specifically for rehab stuff. That way there was a little bit of separation between like the hockey training and like personal stuff, which is what you're watching this on now, and then like really specific stuff for rehab, because as the team grows, I want to be able to disassociate that from just me, the personal aspect of it, because we're going to have some awesome strength coaches and other clinicians on the team. Also my draft jersey, crazy that was 13 years ago. Time flies. Now we have skate number 1, so we're gonna have this skate, then we have a little bit of a gap, we're gonna film some more content, and then we're going to have a patient, then one final skate, and then it's time to go home, have dinner, pack for a 4 a.m. wake up for my flight to Boston. And I am a caffeine fiend. I know someone's listening and saying, how could you? Well, you know what? I don't mind. I consume a lot of caffeine, whatever. I like it, I enjoy it. I like that I get some energy. Also, if you're not using drilling pegs, then I don't know what to tell you. Push. The one patient we need to see today is done. Let's go back on the ice now for the last session of the day. That third shot should be pretty difficult, but I want you to force yourself to be as patient as possible because there are a lot more different okay? Go! Alright, so that wasn't a super normal day. Usually I see more patients anywhere between 3 to 5, but since I pushed everyone at the start of the week because I'm traveling and I needed to get in some more skates, it is what it is. But as the vlog series, whatever I decide to do with this continues to grow, you're gonna see more and more of my normal days. Really what I wanna do is kind of like, build the brands, I guess. Just like document it, because don't think anyone's gone through like any of this before. Like, people have obviously built PT clinics and people have built goalie coaching businesses and stuff, but some of these, you know, there's very few people out there that are kind of doing what I'm doing. So let's document it, and, you know, maybe it helps inspire some people into the future. So when I'm driving, it's usually when I have my best thoughts, because usually all I can do is think. I just got back from the USA National Goalie Development Camp. Very excited and very privileged to be invited to that. Some of the best goalie coaches in the United States were there. I got to be part of the off-ice performance as well as on-ice coaching. And I think the biggest thing, and I put it in my email blast for those that aren't subscribed, wouldn't have heard this if you were subscribed, thank you, and you would have read it. But really the main things that I saw, or the main thing I saw, was the attention to detail. And that's something, I guess, I don't know if it's what nature or nurture. Certain people and certain athletes are going to have that natural attention to detail. Things are going to be dialed in. They're going to know, you know, they know what to do every single day, and they go out and do it. Others, they're never going to get there. And then those in the middle, that's kind of the coach's dream, where they can give them that teaching points, they can give them cues and things to help them find those little nuggets, golden nuggets that are going to help them become better athletes. So for all the goalies that were there, whether it was on the ice, off the ice, the attention to detail was incredible. And so I don't want to understate it, but like, there was no wasted reps. Every rep had a purpose. And there was, even when they gave up a goal, like, there wasn't any, drills will restart. It was whatever, play it out because there's another shot coming. And it was nice to see, it's refreshing to see. A lot of my athletes are there. Some of them, we're not there yet, and we're trying. But I really am pushing and pushing and pushing to get them to that position and to that level. And I make sure, so I've had these talks with all my goalies that start every session so far, and all my goalies that are part of my remote coaching, the prospects program. We had that talk during our weekly Zoom calls about the attention to detail. And I really want to make sure that that's hammered home, so that way this summer, like, they can get as good as they can. The sky's the limit for them, you know. I want them to be able to push and push and push and get themselves to whatever their highest level is. And that's my job as a coach and as a mentor, is to help everyone that comes, you know, where their journeys cross mine. I'm supposed to help and guide them. I appreciate everyone for watching. I don't know where the YouTube video is going to be, but I do know that the algorithm is very smart, and if it's recommending this video, it's probably one that you should watch. It's going to give you some value. I appreciate it, and I'll see everyone in the next video.
Let's talk about the method, let's talk about the system, the process. The clients don't want to hear about